Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to RSF1's F1 division, the creme de la creme, the pinnacle of RSF1 racing. We are here, as you can see, at the Belgium Grand Prix. It says track difficulty easy. Well, that's pulling the wool over your eyes, actually. 4.3 miles of twisting, flowing corners, and at least 4 or 5 that can majorly catch you out. Add some more. Probably add all the corners if you get rain as well, because this place is very submitted to rain. But as you know, guys, if you've watched F1 before, hopefully it will be a good race tonight. I'm RSF1 Bundle, and back in the comms box after a week off.
2.
Welcome back, Blazer.
2 weeks off.
2?
Yes, it was 2.
Oh, jeez.
So I missed Britain because my mic broke, and then of course Hungary. But yeah, I am now back. Yay! I know most people must have missed me, but yeah, I'm now back in Belgium, and I can't wait. I mean, as you're saying, a lot of problems could happen around here. Blind corners, you could easily spin out at anywhere going up the hill through a Rouge and Radion. You got Prix, you could take too much into the curb, you'll spin out of control. In the rain, trying to go flat out through Blanchimont, that could really ruin your race. And there's a lot of places, and there's quite a few gravel traps around here, but this track can really cause a lot of damage to you if you position your car incorrectly.
This is a driver's circuit, isn't it?
Yeah, you can see
It's one of those where your concentration needs to be on point.
Yeah, 100%. Just kind of like Monaco, but not as bad as Monaco.
We need to be concentrated in Monaco because of the proximity of the walls. This track has...
It's got grass,
You need
gravel,
you need to have a lot of car stability, don't you?
Yeah, definitely. You want a stable car around here. I mean, possibly having it too much rear wing with a lower front wing will unstable the car going through fast corners and probably lose the rear end. Like go on, you could pretty much go really quick around there, and you could just easily turn in too early or stuff like that, or put on the power too early and just lose the rear end.
Yeah.
Man, ooh, nice and dry for a change.
Nice and dry and bright for the time being.
For the time being, we don't know what the rest of the qualifying is or the race, but yeah. Man, I can't wait. I'd love to see these guys back in action. I missed it.
Yeah, I was gonna say 2 weeks out. I bet you missed your boys.
Oh yeah, I miss my boys here racing the top tier. I mean, it was fine 2-week break, but I really did miss watching these guys because ever since race 1 in Australia, these guys has been close everywhere. Through qualifying, through the race, battles everywhere. It's just action packed, and I loved it.
Yeah, the thing with F1 is it's the pinnacle of the league for several reasons, and sometimes having that kind of label on the side of you kind of makes you a little bit nervous, maybe.
Yeah, kind of. I'd say so.
Like they expect you to be fast, but also be, clean, because this is where these guys, we expect them to be clean and racecraft worthy, and they have been this season. There's been some really, really interesting battles.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, battles left, right, and centre. It's just magical. I would say.
It's mostly respectable.
And respectable, yeah.
Mostly respectful was the word I was actually looking for, rather than respectable.
Yeah.
There you go. But they all want to beat each other, that's the thing.
Yes, everybody wants to be quicker than everybody else, but at the moment, it's getting tough. I mean, there's only 2 drivers that's really showing off their pace and deserves to be up here, and that's pretty much Easton and Lando. They are flying through it. As we see.
16 drivers here tonight.
Yep, so
which
only
is...
1 driver getting knocked out.
Yeah, it's a little bit lower than usual. Obviously reasons for that. We are missing a few names.
Yep.
There is a couple that have left Tier 1, have left the league entirely, and obviously we are sorry to see them go. One of which is Boris Letterbox.
Oh.
So our President Boris has left the building.
Well, but
You know, I
as
wanted
of
to
the
say
presidency as well, that could be ending soon.
Also, Cinco Alonso, he needed some time away from the league. As you know, Blazer, you've been in leagues as well. You were in many leagues yourself. Every league is a revolving door unless you do something wrong and then it slams shut.
Yeah, definitely.
So
I agree with you. I've been in many leagues, and it does take a lot of toll and stuff like that to get sorted out. I mean, on the last 2 games of F1, I don't just race in like one or 2 leagues. At one stage I raced about 4, 5 different leagues in one week. So you think about it, for the whole season I'm racing 4 different leagues on like the last 2 games, and it just took it a bit heavy on me. I'm like, I need to learn the amount of leagues I race, and it was getting me frustration when I'm racing one league, getting a bad result, and then next thing I'm racing another league and I'm getting a bad result there. It's just continuing. But ever since I've pretty much learned the amount of leagues that I'm racing, so I'm only racing 2 leagues now, I'm feeling a lot more better.
yeah, revolving door basically means that drivers can come and go. That's alright. Drivers can come and go from time to time, and obviously we have new drivers coming in, and we've had a few names come in recently, mostly in F4 tomorrow, so you'll see a couple of them in there as Kid Cudi almost loses it. Where is that there? Is that the Fanyas chicane? That is. He was very lucky to catch the car there. 16 drivers here tonight, so maybe a little bit less pressure on this early Q1 session, because as Blazer said, we're only going to be losing 1 driver, and you do not want to be that 1 driver waiting for nearly an hour until your race starts. So guys getting in laps early, and Kid Cudi I think is going to be one of the earliest times. St. Diggles was on the lap, but I think he invalidated, so he's back in as a 42.7 from Kid Cudi. Sets the early benchmark.
I'm back. Yeah, it's not a bad benchmark there from Kid Cudi, but we know a lot. But I'm expecting to see people close to 41s, maybe.
There you go. Nat Dog in a 42.3 already.
Yeah, definitely.
Although there was a few mistakes on that Cudi lap. I was on that majority, so
yeah, there must have been.
who's about to begin a lap? There's a Haas coming around. That's Pigeon finishing.
Pigeon invalidated. Mansell is on a lap. He's just coming towards down the straight towards Lake Holm.
Cool. I'm gonna jump on board with Adolf because he's just beginning. Do you mind me taking him through this?
Yeah, you go right ahead and take through.
Sweet. So Adolf gets the wide entry out the bus stop chicane to get the acceleration down to turn 1. Last source hairpin. In the olden days, see that runoff on the left hand side? That wasn't there. It was just a steel barrier. Now there's a lovely little runoff. Still got a curb there. You do not want to go on the outside. Now here's the run up to the famous Eau Rouge corner, left and right, and then the top. It's Radion actually at the top. So goes through and then down the Kemmel Straight. This long straight at the end, at the beginning of the first lap is going to be key. Down into this next corner, turn 4, which is Le Combe. So Le Combe right and then left and then right again. Keeping it off the curb on the exit because That can upset the car. Now, Rivage. Now this downhill right-hander. Car wants to horrendously understeer, and you've got to keep it up to scratch. Quarter with no name. We need to name it. Left-hander. And then Puyon or Puon. Flick the car in with a lot of confidence. Again, keeping away from the curbs on the inside and outside. That can spit your car out in any direction. And then your Fanya chicane. Again, a lot of these curves can upset the car, so you're trying to kind of use them as a guide, but not go over them too much. And then this corner, Stavolo. Stavolo, there, the gravel on the left-hand side can catch you out because you want to get the best exit along this straight towards Blanchimont. Blanchimont taken completely flat as this corner right here, turn 8. Not even a dab of brakes on Adolf as it comes up to the bus stop chicane. Again, you've got to slow the car down. You've got barely any AOS left to power yourself out of the bus stop chicane. And it is going to be a 42.4 from Adolf in the Ferrari.
Yeah, that's a great lap there from Adolf in the Ferrari, driving for the Tifosis there. 42.4. Yeah, that's all I can say. It was a great lap. One thing I know, as soon as you go around through Blanchimont, your car is pretty much going over 200 miles per hour nearly. And you got to slam, as soon as you exit that, you got ready to slam on the brakes to go from gear A over, which is over 200 miles per hour near enough, straight and slow down straight to at least second gear. That would be like at least, what, I would say 50 miles per hour or something. And just flicking the car right to left. That's a lot of braking to do. This turbo goes quicker with a 42.2 there. So we're getting closer to the 41s here.
Yeah, not bad from turbo. Blanchimont is, in the dry, it's one of the easiest corners on the track. In the wet, it's the deadliest.
Oh, well,
in my view, the deadliest.
Second.
Mansell 42.6. Okay, what's the deadliest in your opinion then?
Rouge and Radion.
Yeah. Like the reason I say Blanchimont is
Blanchimont, you could
more.
It's flat out on the dries, and going through Blanchimont, you have to lift. There's a lot of lifting as well. I understand that, but if you think about it as well, say if it's mixed conditions in qualifying, think about that. I'm going up a Rouge and Radion.
The reason I say Blanchimont is more deadly in the wet is because it catches people out, because you don't expect it to be difficult. Like Eau Rouge, you're prepared.
Oh yeah.
Like you ease off, or you go down a gear, or whatever. You catch the car because you know you're going to lose the car at some point. But through Blanchimont, because you're going in there quite fast, I mean 9 times out of 10 you basically drift in the car.
Yeah.
Still a lot of people, but thankfully for these guys, we're going to see good times, and good times are coming in already. 42.2 from Vettel, RSF1 Vettel.
Just quicker than his
teammate Turbo.
Yeah. That for a minute at the moment, showing that pace. We're still yet to see the Mercedes on their laps. We've actually got the on and out lap.
They leave it late anyway, it's addition.
Yellow flag is picked at 2. That's the
Mansell.
Mansell. He's going very slow. I think he must have had it off because he already retires on track. Not on track, in the pits, sorry.
That should be safe. 42.3, I would have thought.
Oh, I see what Mansell's doing here. Okay, open up.
I was going to say Mitty did invalidate on his lap, actually.
No. I thought Mansell was going to wait for it, just slow down enough, wait for his teammate mid-C, and give him a little tow down Blanchimont towards the bus stop chicane, but that's not going to be happening.
Oh, Zizou's gone.
Oh, Zizou!
Wait, has he... Did he actually retire in pits? I think
he retired in pits.
Oh, everyone's safe. Set a lap, boys, you're fine.
Yep.
Don't know why Zizou's retired there.
I don't know. Ooh,
you notice, Blaze. You notice, Blazer.
Yep. Second. That's what?
You notice, Blazer, with the times.
42-2, 42-2, 42-3, 42-3, 42-3, 42-3, 42-4, 42-6, 42-8, 42-9.
It's nothing like a tenth and a half separating 7 drivers
Nah.
around one of the longest tracks.
Yep.
This is until someone pops in a 41.
Yep. We got Easton
capable.
just started his lap now, going up through a Rude and Radion.
Difficult qualifying from both Mercedes last week in Hungary. Almost called you Easton then. Blazer.
I wish,
obviously,
I wish I was Scottish. Actually, to be fair,
obviously you weren't here, but 13th for Lando and 10th for Easton. Lando, I think he tried to qualify in the medium tyres and just chose strategy over race. No, chose race over qualifying is what I meant to say.
Yeah.
Easton, I can't remember what happened to Easton. I think he invalidated all his runs on Q3.
Oof. Oh!
I think so. Oh, there's a rebel off.
That's Sink and Felice. Haven't been
Yes.
on that I'm saying. That gonna come.
Oh, Easton. Easton nearly losing it in the Fania chicane. Still went purple middle sector. Just casually, with a big slide and a big moment out of the Fania chicane there, but still carrying on.
Yeah. See what he does here.
Yeah, last time out, Mansell won the Hungarian Grand Prix in I think a very strategic call, if I remember rightly, because it was a safety car towards the end. Oh yeah, that was it.
And there we
That's
go.
from 41.6.
Put it. It was going to be a
And that's
41.
with a moment. That was with a moment. Has he done that? Clap, Easton. Jeez.
Championship leader strikes again.
Nice.
Here comes Lando, actually, on the lap.
Yeah, now I remember the story of Hungary. 80s 1-2. Sake. Who's that? That's just jumped up. Brezina, 42-2. Very nice from Brezina. Yeah, the story of Hungary.
Yeah.
Laser, actually, now I remember. That's just sort of jogged my memory a little bit. Has been a week. Has been a very long week, guys, so bear with me. Yeah, Hungary was the scene where I think it was Pigeon, Cuddy, and Mansell all tried to go on hard tyres from like lap 4 or something. A ridiculous amount. It was like 32 odd laps.
Oof.
And Cuddy and Pigeon both got a puncture on the last lap. And Mansell just managed to hold on. So that was the story of that race.
Wow.
Yeah, Mansell won it from
didn't have-
Columbus in second.
I'm just not racing today.
No, he's taking a 2-week break.
Ah, right, okay.
He's taking a breather, basically.
Okay, that's fine, It's cool.
Remember rightly?
Hey, anyway.
Yeah. So yeah, Rombus was second. Boris Letterbox at least ended his career on a podium.
Yeah.
So there we go in third place. Mitzi, who is catching all the time in the championship, we'll go over that quickly in a minute, finished in fourth, ahead of both Easton and Lando. He needs to keep that going to keep closing the gap. Dyslexic was next on 7th, 8th place for Brezina, 9th for Cuddy and Pigeon, who both recovered just to get a few points after their punches.
Okay. So very interesting.
Corey Marshall's another one who's not racing at the moment.
Oh,
I've noticed.
let's see. Is he doing what I think he's doing? Yeah, Mitchie's doing it. Mitchie's gonna give his teammate a little toe down the straight.
Why do they need to?
Don't know.
Are they practicing?
Probably practicing that, you know.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's interesting. Do you want me to go through the drivers' standings and constructors?
Yeah, very quickly. I just jumping on board with Sing Veloce. Just a quick mention about Veloce. This lady is trying no racing line for the first time. I presume she's had practice.
You
Yeah,
go.
go ahead.
Anyway, right, yes. So, the driver's standings after the Hungarian Grand Prix as we come into tonight here with the Belgian Grand Prix. So, leading the championship is the young Scotsman RSF1 Easton in the Mercedes with 167 points. And behind him in second place is his teammate RSF1 Lando with 142. We've got Corey Marshall there in third place in the AlphaTauri with 134, with Midstein in the McLaren with 113 and closing. Catch the Pigeon or Mr. Pigeon Munch in the Haas with 80 points, with also RSF from Mansell in the McLaren on 80 points. Sync Dyslexic. No, right. No, I read that one. Pigeon Munch and Hutch both got 80 points. Mansell is with 75 points for the McLaren, with Sync Dyslexic in Renault with 74 points. Kid Cuddy for Williams is sitting there with 57 points, with Dazed Rhombus with 50. Tomic Brezina for Ferrari is sitting there with 48 points, with Nat Dog in the Haas with 33. XFR Turbo for Alfa Romeo is... Sorry, give me one sec.
Oh, let's go. We'll do it.
Alright, anyway, there we go. And I'm back. XFR Turbo in the Alfa Romeo is sitting there with 28 points, with RSF from Vettel in the other Alfa Romeo with 25 points. Sync Diggles, and then we got the two rated points of Sync Diggles with 24 points, and IGN Legends with 19 points. And then at the last four cars, we have got Vettel SF71H in the AlphaTauri with 18 points, with C2MX with 15 for Williams, Sync Alonso in the Red Bull with 14, and Aldaf in Ferrari still with only 2 points. And the constructors, well, this is where it's going to get interesting.
Let me guess. Mercedes top.
Well, yes, but I was going to read them from bottom to top.
Oh, okay.
See. So, in 10th place we have got Racing Point with 47 points. Behind, well, in front of them with 50 points in 9th place is the Ferrari team. 6 points ahead of Ferrari is Alfa Romeo with 56. Williams is sitting in a nice 7th place there with 72 points. Haas in 6th with 109 points. Renault in 5th with 124 points. Then we got the Red Bulls in 4th place with 140. McLaren sitting in a lovely 3rd place there with 199 points. AlphaTauri in a lovely 2nd place with 208 points. And leading the constructors by 102 points ahead of 2nd place is, of course, the Black Mercedes of Easton and Lando with 310 points.
Nice. Thank you very much.
No problem.
So, Mercedes 1-2 at the end of Q1. Although, a few notable times there. Diggle's up there in 3rd, Nat Dog in 5th. Sync Veloce, yeah, as Toto Wolf in the chat said, she did look like she was on a very good lap there, but unfortunately invalidates. So did Mizzy. So, yeah, not what they ideally want in terms of confidence placer going into this Q2 and then Q3.
Yeah.
This is where
the longer they drive around
comes
here,
into play.
and they could definitely get the fill out of the track, because we're starting for nice dry conditions in Q2.
Ooh, sunny again. Good evening, everybody. We have 30 viewers already. Jesus Christ. Whoop whoop. So good evening to Hush, Source, Total Wolf, Fearless, Steerage, all in the chat I've seen so far. Give us a wave, guys. Give us a wave. Say hi or H or I or however you want to say it. Hopefully you are enjoying it so far. We're into Q2. So those who aren't familiar with the system, We are looking at the top 10 going through into Q3. Whatever tyres you start on is what you start for the race, if it's dry, of course, because we did not know the weather at the moment, which is a thing I hope they bring into the game either soon or next game. I really do hope. Do you reckon that'll be a thing, actually,
What's that?
that they should do?
Oh, what, let the broadcasters see the weather conditions, or?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they should. I mean, it's just boring. Sitting here in commentary.
Because the commentators in real life.
Yeah, it's just boring here. Sitting here just looking through our TVs. Without knowing what the weather conditions going to be for the race. Please, guys, Masters, do something right for a change. Let us see the weather conditions. I'd love to see that.
Yeah.
Because I'm just sitting here
who's
just like...
first out?
Yeah,
Veloce's.
Veloce. So I'm just sitting here just like...
Sweet.
It's dry, it's raining, it's dry.
Mm.
I want to know if it's rain coming. So I'll have a little chuckle with the rain.
Yeah. Now, in terms of race strategy, Blazer.
Race track, ooh.
Now, I did not race my race on Sunday. I missed racing this, and I really did miss it. But hey ho, I was busy elsewhere. You had a difficult race, shall we just say that, and area.
Yes. Managed to finish, so I
Cool.
was happy, but no points.
Yeah. But in terms of strategy around here, especially with the races that we've had already this week, it seems to me that it's normally should be a soft to medium, but
Yeah.
but if there's a safety car around, say, before lap 10, I can't remember exactly how many laps it is, 22 I think it is?
22 lap race.
Yeah, 22. If there's a safety car before the first 10 laps, people can go on a set of hards all the way to the end. The only problem is the hards are... they're slow.
Yeah.
So...
Chap.
And judging by quite a few mediums, it's kind of a half split at the moment.
Yeah.
I think the ideal is medium to soft, isn't it?
Yes, I think the best strategy around here is a medium to soft strategy. I mean, I tried to do that strategy for Monday. Could have went well, but it kind of didn't. I mean, dropping through a few places at the start, having a drive-through penalty at the start of the race, which was not fun. So I was literally on the clutch, ready for the lights to go out, tried to time it perfectly, but got slightly distracted and my foot just slipped off the clutch and gave me a drive-through penalty, so I was not happy.
Yeah,
Jump the start, yeah.
Yeah, the start.
Now that's the second drive-through penalty. Second drive-through I've had for jumping the start. Of course, you remember in Vietnam when I claimed my first pole position in F3. I accidentally jumped the start then as well, which ruined my race. But yeah, it happens, and hoping there'll be a better one in in Italy next week. I mean, wait, is it Italy next week, or are we having a break?
It is Italy next week.
It is Italy next week.
Also, spoilers.
Oh,
Spoilers, Blazer.
spoilers. I'm only joking. I don't think we're
no.
having a break anyway. I love
No, spoilers are what the next track is.
spoilers. Everybody knows. There's no way of spoiling. You can't spoil
Not
it when
everyone.
everybody knows it.
Hi everyone.
But as long as they're not in the chat by now, then yeah, they. Yes.
People in the chat, did you know it was Monza next week?
Don't you dare stitch me up. But yeah, I mean, this is what I love about culture. I missed this for the last 2 weeks.
I know. Total Wolf in the chat actually has put up an interesting thing. He suggested mediums to inters.
Medium to inters.
Well,
well,
the thing is,
hard to full
thing
wrecks,
is,
mate.
Toto. thing is, Toto. I didn't see you do that in F3 on Monday.
Yeah, why
I
didn't
didn't
you
see
do
you
it?
do that. So why didn't you? Yeah, why didn't you do it?
Could they help me with some with the race then? But no.
Anyway, early times on the board: 42.4 from Cuddy, 42.5 from Veloce on the softs. I tell you what, Adolf looks pretty handy around here, Blazer, has to be said. As a Vettel, that is a very harsh invalidation at the edge of Poo1, but can be done. Very easily done. Yeah, Adolf, 42.7 on the mediums. That's a solid lap.
We've got Ferrari. No. That is
Oh, yeah.
McLaren.
Oh yeah, by the way, guys, and Blazer, if you do hear them,
McLaren.
I do have fireworks going on, like, quite near me,
Bonfire
so
night.
if you hear a few... No, it's not, it's the day before.
Yeah, but people always do
Bonfire night
fireworks.
tomorrow.
Yeah, but people always do fireworks day before bonfire night. They do it all the time. They do it here over here. I mean, they stopped, but they do it here as well.
It's literally right next door to my house.
And
Wait,
into the
wow.
41's Mitzi!
There you go, Mitzi. Pole position last time out, Mitzi, so be looking to continue that. Pigeon has clipped a wing somewhere.
Oh, Pigeon.
Well, entering back in the pits. Here comes Turbo. Medium tyres, a slight lock up into the bus stop chicane. Gets the traction nicely in third gear, so a little bit different. And 42.6, attempt quicker than Adolf, so currently quickest on medium tyres.
Next one to finish the lap is Lando, because Nat Dog's coming into the pits after his invalidation. So it is Lando in the Mercedes in the medium tyres. On the medium tyres. Come to the line.
Like a McLaren to you.
Mercedes.
42.7.
42.7, slower than Turbo.
I don't think he'll be best pleased with that lap on the medium tyres there.
Easton is now on this lap on the medium tyres.
Rhombus, another little lock up.
This looks
I'm seeing pretty much a lock up from everyone getting into the bus stop. 42.5. See, look at that. 2/10 covering 4th to 7th on the same tyre there.
Spicy.
Who's next? I think it'll be Easton next.
Easton, yeah. In the black Mercedes.
What do you reckon from him? Low 42 probably safe?
Maybe, yeah. I mean, he's gonna put fastest in the middle sector apparently, so...
That's personal best.
Oh, personal best. Well, he hasn't set a lap yet. So not really...
No, personal best that he's done. He's probably best beating his middle sector from Q1.
Maybe.
And that's scary on medium. Got no ERS left.
He's burned all it off.
That's going to cost him.
Yeah, that's the one thing as well. I mean, ERS could easily get burned out. But
No.
Wow.
Is that going to cost him? Nah. Jesus Christ, Easton.
A 42
on mediums.
on mediums.
3/10 faster than the
Boy,
next
get in the
best.
shower, you're filthy.
Oh, Diggles! Oh, you are
Where the
a
hell?
very lucky boy, Diggles.
What happened?
He lost it at the edge of the Fania chicane. Is it getting cloudy to you?
It's still
the way.
bright. The cloud looks like it's starting to come in, but it's still bright. So what? Diggles needed a what's it? A Giovinazzi spun there. Nearly
Someone's having a party outside.
Woohoo! Party!
Jeez. Well, it's it's the last day before everyone knows what's going to happen tomorrow. Starting from midnight. Anyway, Dyslexic 42.1 on the soft. Getting nowhere near Mitzi's time. Mitzi looks very potent on that soft lap. He's easily through.
Yeah.
The next session. What I was saying. Yeah, Diggles had a moment on the Fania chicane, if you know where that is.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, after P1.
Almost did a Giovinazzi where he spun there, ain't it?
Yeah, but basically he slammed into the barriers side on. But because it was side... Oh, and again, losing the car. Another big moment from Diggles there.
Diggles.
Gone. Yeah, he hit the barriers
Pick up
side
sunshine.
on, which fortunately didn't cost him any damage.
Hmm.
But very lucky, because
Catch
if he
the
had
pigeon.
hit it at an angle, he would have been out. You know the kind of impact where both sidewalls of the tyres just hit the barrier and just flat?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cuddy, 42 flat
Isn't
on
it
the softs,
interesting
that's a
that
bit better.
happened to me in qualifying?
Mhm.
In Q2, in Q2 when it started to rain, when I lost my whole front wing, I actually forgot to slow down at Blanchemont because you know, no wing, you're understeer, you're pretty much your car's pretty much just like, why am I doing this? I forgot to slow down a bit, so I was near enough going towards the barrier on Blanchemont, the second part of Blanchemont, full speed, till I realised I quickly tried to hit the brakes. As I turned my wheel, the wheel was going left. As I hit the barrier, it actually hit the barrier perfectly, so it just bounced me back, and didn't actually lose my wheel. My wheels actually stayed attached. It just like, my car just became rubber, it just bounced back near enough. Like, whee!
Followed lap from
Pigeon!
Vettel gets within 2/10 of Minty. Good lap, Vettel.
Vettel.
Soft tyres.
Mitzi's back out again on another pair of softs, so expect him.
Why?
He's giving his teammate a little toe down here, by the looks of it.
Ooh.
Oh, you see Maxwell only just down on his time, so.
Wait, so he got a slipstream but was still down?
Oh, yeah. It wasn't
Makes
as
so much sense.
close to his teammate, but he was close enough to get the toe. So we expect him hopefully to, well, might see him improve his time through this middle sector. Of course, he's only sitting there with a 43.2. And we guarantee he should be sitting towards the 42s, or maybe close to the 41s. It's the low 42s.
He's one of those, you're almost expecting him to make Q3.
Yeah.
Almost every week.
The clouds are coming in. I'll tell you that. There you go, look at that, see?
13.7 middle sector.
Look, see what I see? You see what I mean? That little toe from his teammate slightly helped him out there, and helped him increase that time a lot more through this middle sector.
Possibly. I've noticed that Cinqueloce and Rhombus retired a little bit early in the
under
session.
trouble.
Yeah. Here comes Mansell.
Oh, Mansell.
41.8.
Into the 41s.
I feel those that still even eat. I would say Eastern should be. But then again, I'm looking at Eastern as well. 42.2. Now I thought that would have been safe, but
Might not be. I mean, Lando's actually back out on track. He's only just up in his time in the first sector, and he's only just up by 8/100ths of a second, if that's right. 8/100ths of a second up in his time in the middle sector here on medium tires. As look at the clouds coming in.
Jeez, that's got very dark.
I can see the rain coming.
So what I'm seeing here, Brezina, I think Brezina's in trouble. If Eastern isn't, Brezina is in trouble. Because you've got Turbo, Adolf, Napdog all on soft tyres. There's a lot of traffic though.
It's a lot of traffic. Everybody knows the rain is coming, so they want to get laps in. And Lando again improved his time.
Lando's in trouble. Lando's out.
Lando's going to be out. Yeah, he's improved his time, but it's not enough. So he's going to be out in Q2 here, missing the final shootout.
He is.
And just look how dark it's getting.
Second time in a week.
Yeah, I can't wait to see. We could possibly see rain in Q3.
Yeah. Let's see.
See me, I'm acting like a little kid now because of this rain.
Adolf is validated. Adolf's out as well.
Adolf.
Thing is, Veloce and Rhombus are both looking at these drivers, hoping that they mess up. Two of them have already.
You've still got Turbo
and keeping on mediums.
Turbo, Natdog, and Diggles. Natdog's going to be the first one to cross the line.
So Easton is safe, and Brezina, I think,
actually,
is
no,
safe as well.
Isn't. Natdog's out. He's well down on this time.
Is he?
Yeah. So it's going to be Diggles.
Oh my god, he is.
Diggles, wow. Personal best.
Diggles
middle
and Turbo.
sector.
Diggles and Turbo, so be Diggles next. Medium tyres.
Gotta be quicker than the 42.5.
Is on the cusp.
It looks like it got a little grass in towards the second part of Blanchemont. Lock up into the bus stop chicane.
Gotta be at 42.5. Is he gonna do it?
42.4.
Yes!
That pushed
does.
Rhombus out. Now here comes. Ooh, that was very close to track limits there from Turbo. No, Turbo's done. Turbo's out.
Yep. And the rain has come. Literally right at the end of the session, Blazer. There it is. And Rhombus misses out on Q3 by 27 thousandths of a second to Veloce. Veloce scrapes through into Q3.
Have you had rain yet in F1?
Also, I'm noticing.
Except from front.
Also, I'm noticing. No, it's my eyes deceiving me. I thought Pigeon was on a 42.430, meaning his AI crashed, but no, he's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, rain in Q3 potentially. Or
I
hit,
know.
but is it gonna stay? Is it gonna stay around for Q3 though?
Harsh on the chat. Just literally put it on the chat saying, the one race I missed and there is rain. FFS. Well, it's only qualifying. We don't even think it's going to rain in the race anyway.
Screenshot by the way.
Yep, already done it.
Just in case.
Already got the Q1 in as well. I know. Don't you worry.
Thank you.
I got you.
So eliminated from the Q2, not taking part in Q3. Rhombus starting 11th, Turbo 12th, Lando for the second week running. Bear in mind he is contending Eastern in the championship, 13th again. Adel 14th and Natdog 15th. And I believe 3 people on mediums there.
Gonna get interesting.
So what is the conditions going to be?
Well, it's raining. And they got dry
But they're on
tyres on.
softs.
Get
out, get out, get out, get out. Go,
go. And we got a car coming.
Go.
That is the Mercedes.
I say
Easton.
go.
Easton's coming.
Who's going to be first out?
Red Bull. Veloce. No, wait, no.
No, there's someone further up the grid.
Ah.
And Alfa Romeo, it's Vettel.
Vettel. Then
Vettel's out
Veloce.
first.
Oh no, Williams cuts in. Cuddy out second.
You got to get out. Set your lap. Quick.
Yeah.
This only lap could be the only one. How bad is the rain? It
this
looks
is
quite bad, actually, to be honest.
Yeah, this is pretty much a similar thing in F3.
We're going to be careful up Beau Rouge.
F3, Q2. This is the similar situation where I was in. I immediately tried to get out on track and set a lap. Got a lap started, coming up, but the rain was getting heavier and heavier by the minute. By the time I got up to Arouge and Radion, that's where I spun the car and completely lost my front wing because the rain was getting heavier.
Oh.
It was not fun.
This is going to be big pressure now. Oh, they could see Vettel. Jesus.
I'm watching Vera on the street. Woohoo!
So,
Tail whip.
so this is going to be 10th place, because how fast do you go? Because if you go too fast, you either crash it or invalidate, as Vettel has done. So you got to be super, super cautious, but at the same time you got to be quick, because if you're quick, this is it's all mind games. You could crawl around but still be on pole, basically. If you keep it valid, because pretty much last in the queue is Pigeon, right? But if his lap is clean and everyone else in front of him is invalidated, he's on pole.
Yeah, Mitzi is very dyslexic. It's very close to the back of Mitzi as they're about to start their lap. It's, oh wow! Veloce and Cuddy.
And Veloce's let up the rears, and she's in trouble now. She's in a heap load of traffic as well, right in front of Mitzi, so that's going to hamper Mitzi a little bit. And they're going to take over Rouge. Vettel is up first up through it. He's through safely.
Cuddy
is
up
next.
safely.
Big slide.
Everybody's coming up safely at the moment. Everybody's up through there safely at the moment. What about Mansell? Mansell's up there safely. Diggles, little rear end, he invalidates. Brazina, nicely and safe.
Mitzi spun. He's invalidated and he spun.
Oh no!
He's in real trouble now.
Everybody else is coming
Going
around.
on with Vettel. It's a big opportunity for Vettel. Through Prix.
Little
He's gone through
moment.
6th gear in Prix.
Oh, Cuddy! Cuddy's gone wide! Everyone! But still keeps the car valid.
There's a trainer cars just before Rivage.
Yep.
Jesus. It's been chaos behind. This is Vettel's biggest chance for...
Oh, he's
no!
invalid.
He's gone wide!
Right,
Cuddy.
Cuddy.
God, he's got a crawl round. 17-7 middle sector. Oh, Vettel's dropped it! Right in front of
the middle sector for Veloce. Now here comes... Here we go. Through Blanchemont, you have to lift. There's no way you're going to take this back.
No lift. No lift.
They fucking... Sorry for my French. They have taken that flat. Oh my lord.
There's a
Oh,
Renault
Veloce
behind
gone very
Veloce.
deep
I think
into
it's
the bus stop.
Diggles. Not Diggles.
Dyslexic.
I think Dyslexic's on a good lap as well, but here comes Cuddy. 46.5. It's going to be only laps on the ball. 47.1. 46.3 from Dyslexic.
45.5 from Easton. What about
Nice.
Pigeon? And Brazina's actually going to be the next one to say that. Brazina, 46
goes
for
third.
Pigeon, 46-1.
46.1 for Pigeon.
Eagles. Go for another lap.
Validated.
Wow.
Validated on 56.
So that's going to be... That's qualifying. That's all I'm going to say. That's qualifying there. Top 6.
So that's top 6 anyway.
Yeah, that's top 6.
Gilles left for Eau Rouge. Nah, you're not lifting. Up the curb though. Well done Easton. I really thought Cuddy was in for pole there.
I thought Midgie was.
I think you're right though. I think top 6 is sorted. Oh, Diggles! How are you not out? Diggles, that's the... What?
Completely lost
Damage is
his
on
point.
full. Damage is on full, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, it's
I
completely...
know, because on reduced you wouldn't...
Yeah.
Okay, so basically that is the set. Did you see that too?
No. I missed it.
Basically, that's the second time now that I've seen Diggles go off in a huge way into either barrier or tyre wall. He's hit it side on. It's got damage this time.
Oh, yeah. Cut it
He's hit it
retired.
side on and still going.
Midgie's coming back out. Vettel is coming back out on another pair of soft tyres.
It's treacherous though.
Rain's getting heavier.
Mm.
So I don't see any point of this.
DRS is still active though.
Yeah, DRS is still enabled, so...
It's just getting worse. A slow Mercedes. Is that Easton out of fuel? It is.
Because he only
Got
fueled
one lap of fuel.
his car for one lap and he did it.
Yeah, this is a battle now for 7th. Between RSF1 Vettel, the 2 McLarens and Diggles. Yeah, that first...
Mr. Toto,
Toto Wolf saying that.
they got nothing to
Yeah,
lose.
nothing
Up
to
the
lose.
McLaren. Toto,
This is-
aren't you driving the... wait, what car are you driving, Toto?
Here, Alfa Romeo principle.
Alfa Romeo, yeah.
The steerage saying up the McLaren.
Steerage is in the McLaren, yeah.
Yeah. Right, so Vettel.
Here goes Mitzi. On this lap.
Yeah, top 6 have all retired. Vettel lift, please.
Oh!
He not lift.
There goes Mitzi!
Oh, he spun it.
He spun it on the
Oh,
last
before
corner.
he started. No. Pole position last time out, and he's... I think he's
bottled it.
probably had one of the worst qualifyings. Apart from Q2, which he topped it.
Mansell
Oh,
managed to-
Vettel's off.
We.
It's too wet for
It's
softs
too wet.
now, I think.
It is too wet. Oh,
Out for the racing point.
The-
Oh, no, no, no. What, driving the wrong way?
wrong way.
Wrong way.
Wrong way. Now Mansell
is
was
really
actually on the
harsh
lap.
for Vettel.
He
He's
managed
not
to
gonna
get
be
the
happy with that
cars
at all.
going through the first sector nice and safely. Now it's up to the fun part, the middle sector, where it's gonna be nice and slippery, especially on these slick tires. See them? Wow! Look at him, man! Look at the twitch he's having.
Vettel's not going to be happy one bit.
Nah. First time. Well, no, not first tires.
Turn, you stupid car.
Oh,
no,
there
he's
goes
done it
Mansell.
again.
We're on.
It's too wet for sauce now.
It is too wet for sauce. Yes, hands.
This is,
100%. It is too wet for sauce.
I'm
Do not do your lap.
asking the question.
There goes.
I'm
Don't you do it.
asking the
doing it.
question though. Does
Diggle's
anyone want 7th place?
He's doing it. Yeah. Oh no, tell me about it. Diggles is going for it.
Set a time.
Diggles is going for it.
For the rain though. You're still on dry tyres. Everyone else in the pitch, like Easton, Pigeon, Dyslexia, just watching this, just with a big smile on their face. They're the ones that nailed the lap.
For
and
it.
Alright. The RS is still active.
Say again?
The RS is still active.
Yes, dear. Yeah, because they're on dry tyres.
Yeah, but look at the rain.
The DRS will deactivate as soon as you go out on track with Intis, because
Mansell's retired.
you can't use DRS on wet compound tyres. You could use DRS on dry compound tyres, so if it's raining and you're on dry tyres,
Yay, Mitzi!
you can still...
231.0.
If you're out on track on dry
What a
tyres
lap.
when it's raining, you can still have DRS.
He's still got wind damage. He does. He's going around with wind damage.
Yeah. But if you come out on the
One
wet
Biggles.
weather compound tyres, so the inches of the wets, you will not have DRS.
Mm.
Mitzi's out of fuel. Diggles is still...
Come on, Diggles. You got to be at 2 minute 31.
He's still going. It's gone purple and
There you
it's
go.
gone personal best
Oh.
in the middle.
Don't go on that curb.
This is going to be the fun part.
Launch him on. Any lift?
Taking it
Oh, look at
flat.
that car control. Beautiful. Big lock up into the bus stop. Through the last corner. Set a 152 flat. He beats the 231 that means he set. Well done, Diggles.
And that's qualifying.
E7. Barry, that's not nice. 231, great lap. That's enough to take pole in 1950. Wow.
How rude.
Jesus. How rude of you, Barry. Also, Sir Turtlewolf is, I don't know whether he's pulling my leg or he's being truthful. I trust you, Toto, knowing you. Said a preview for the race.
We don't know.
Apparently it might be raining, according to Mr. Turtlewolf.
I mean, with the lap times that we're doing in Q1 and Q2, 8.1s, they're using dry setups.
Hmm. Which could be quite interesting, although you can change the front wing, so do you reckon they may have accommodated for that? Possibly. Have like a high rear wing,
Maybe, yeah.
then up the front wing, so then it compensates for you having a rear wing. Then they'll be slow on the straights.
Yeah, possibly. Whee! Diggle's doing donuts.
No, he spun.
I know he spun, but he did a donut as well.
Yeah, fair enough. Right, good evening to Fearless, Total Wolf, Steerage, Cooper Benz in the chat hopefully enjoying so far. That was a very interesting Q3 Blazer, wasn't it?
Yeah, very entertaining. I was hoping for the rain, and look at that, we got the rain, and it was entertaining. And look at that, the RS is disabled.
Yay! Took him long enough, didn't they?
Pretty much the end of qualifying. Steerage going.
I wonder if Easton's
Steerage saying on the chat, Zach Brown will be fuming.
Yeah.
Jojo saying weather in for rain in early part of the race. Better not be lying.
Ooh.
Excuse me.
Again, I trust Mr. Taylor Wolf. Hey, Easton joins.
Hey, hello.
Easton, in my mind, you are better than Jake Moore. Because you joined, and he didn't. Anyway, what a Q3, Easton. Take us through that, because one lap shootout basically. If you nailed the lap, you were going to be on pole. Well, if you were quick enough, obviously as well. But you had to nail it first time, didn't you? And you done so. So well done.
To be honest with you, it felt like I was driving a nice that middle sector. So I'm lucky I didn't bin it.
I think everybody was lucky not to be in the middle sector.
Yeah. So you must be in this situation, obviously not purposely trying to put a commentator's curse on you, but in this situation, you're on pole. Your teammate, Lando, who is nearest to you in the championship, is 13th, like last week.
Oh.
Rory Marshall ain't here. Mid-C's down in 9th. I think it was 9th.
It was 8th.
So good position for you as well, if you can bring home the points ahead of them.
Yeah, basically what I'm hoping for is the rain to not come too early, so the soft tire runners need to pit again. And it looks like I've got
that! Excuse me guys, Total Wolf has sent me a picture.
Oh no.
Oh! Keep telling me the truth.
Oh, he sent me a picture as well. Oh,
That's a
cute.
nice picture.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, as we found out, Easton, rain later in the race.
Yep.
So that could be interesting. You're starting on mediums, if I remember rightly.
Yep.
So brilliant strategy. Although Pigeon is starting alongside you on the mediums. I'm guessing for you, try and keep the lead by the end of the first lap, but you know it's going to be difficult.
I'm not too bothered about the lead early on, to be honest. I'm just going to keep a clean race, hopefully. Hopefully just stick in a DRS train, just to let everyone burn their tires and I just sit there.
Any question from you, Blazer?
No, just good luck and hopefully we speak to you later.
Let's hope so.
Good luck, Easton.
Good luck, bud.
Thank you.
There we go. Easton, championship leader, pole sitter on Belgium. I think that's one of his rare poles. I don't think he's had a lot of pole positions this season.
No, well, you think about it, earlier this season, you did get quite a few times. You did keep getting knocked out in Q2 or Q1. So, so I think it's just a matter of time when Easton gets it with him, and hopefully we get to see him a lot more in the front row of the grid. But it's F1, it's the game, it could do it. It just throws anything at you, really. I know I have that problem.
Hush in the chat is feeling Easton is running a dry setup, but Minty are wet.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Maybe, I mean, we did see at the moment Mitzi was pulling 41s. In
Yeah, in
qualifying.
Q2 he was quick, wasn't he?
Yeah, and Easton was pulling close to, I think, did Easton pull a 41?
Here's the thing as well. Would you put, if you were faced with this situation, Blazer, would you put on a wet setup?
It's depending.
I necessarily wouldn't.
What I always do when I'm in the garage, when qualifying started, I look the weather conditions. I'll just look at the weather condition bit on the screen, and check how long it takes if there's rain. On the race, if it says 20 plus 20 minutes up into, I'll say 90 minutes or 45 minutes or something, I would probably, and it's dry at the start, I would probably put a wet setup on, because there's a good chance it's gonna rain from that 20 minutes into the race to the end. There's a good chance of the rain to stay for that long. So I'll put a wet setup on. Yes, it might hinder me with people maybe running the dry setup, going quicker in the dry areas. But when the rain starts coming, that's where the setup will play its best, and that's where you could feel a lot more. You could feel be a lot more quicker than the people that was running the dry setup. But knowing on this game, setups are kind of similar. I was racing WOR Baku, and the race was raining. I didn't have a wet setup for Baku. I've always had a wet setup for every track. I forgot a wet setup for Baku, and I just decided to use my Canada wet setup, and it worked pretty well. Because nearly every track, if it's got the same amount of corners and strength and stuff like that, you can pretty much use another setup from another track and it'll work.
Fair enough.
Alright.
Right.
Rundown.
Ooh, interesting, Zizu. Very interesting.
Very interesting. So,
yeah, take us through.
So, taking us through the grid rundown is 16th position in the Williams, starting on the hard compound. So, a very different strategy we've seen here. We have got RS Zizu MX. In 15th position on the medium tyres, we have got Napdog 2005 in Pain in the Ass Haas. In 14th place for the Tifosi in the Scuderia Ferrari. On the medium tyres, we have got Aldaf. In 13th position, maybe his lowest qualifying position I've seen him. In the black Mercedes, we have got RSF1 Lando. In 12th, in the Alfa Romeo Orlan Team XFR Turbo. And driving for the Banana cars, we have got Days Rhombus starting in 11th position. In the other Alfa Romeo Orlan team, we have got RSF1 Vettel in 10th place on the soft tyres. And then we got the two Paprika cars of Mansell in 9th for McLaren and Mitzi in 8th for McLaren. In the Tracing Point black, pink Mercedes, however you want to call it, we have got St. Diggles in 7th. And driving for the Honda Power Red Bull, we have got St. Foloche San in 6th. Kid Cudi driving for Frank Williams in the Williams car in 5th place. And then the highest Scuderia team for the Tifosi driving for the Tifosi team is Tommy Grazina in the Banana car. Well, second Banana car, Sync Dyslexic in Renault. Mr. Pigeon Munch, or Catch the Pigeon as you like to say, starting in 2nd place on the medium tyres. In the Pain in the Ass Haas, and our pole position sitter, our championship leader, the Scotsman, RSF1 Easton, the highest runner on the mediums in the black Mercedes.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Mr.
Yeah, so as you can see, predicted tyre strategy. Soft to, well, mediums to soft, so it won't go medium hard, surely, for Easton. Key for the guys behind, you've got the selected Brezina, Cuddy, and Veloce, all on soft tyres. With the rain not imminent, but on its way, apparently, you would think the guys on softs, they need to get ahead of the guys on the front row to stand any chance of winning. Zizu on those medium tyres, or hard tyres, should I say. It's going to be interesting, but here we go. Ready for the lights. Very long hold on the lights. Press the right button, Charlie. Ready for 5 red lights. And lights out and away to go. It's a slow start from Eason from the lead. Can he keep the lead into turn 1? I think it's Dyslexic who's going to be on the inside. Ahead, there's contact between Eason and Pigeon slightly as they all filter through. There's an Alfa Romeo off through turn 1 as Dyslexic is right in the slipstream of Pigeon Munch and Eason, looking for a double move potentially. Pigeon Munch is on the back of Eason, going side by side. Here comes Dyslexic, possibly to make it 3 wide. It is. It's 3 wide between the leaders. Dyslexic, I think, is looking on the inside of Eason. Can he take the lead away from him? Going through
Contact.
side by side, slight
no!
contact.
Wing damage.
Pigeon is there as well. Easton's still there on the outside.
Eason,
as they go down to
Pigeon Munch
Rivage.
has got damage from that contact with the Renault.
Oh,
He's missing a front plate.
and Dyslexic takes the lead, but from very hard resistance from Easton there. What driving there between the top two.
Yeah, great driving
I'm out of
from
breath.
everybody at the start of the race, keeping it nice and clean. But coming towards into Lakecom, we saw there with Dyslexic and that Dyslexic.
Oh, there's enough.
And
Enough. Adolf has got damage. Oh, Vettel's round at Pouan.
Vettel's round, Adolf
So Vettel's
damage.
dropped it.
Lando's dropped positions. But yeah, Pigeon Munch losing a front left end plate there due to damage. It looks like he hit the back of the Renault of Dyslexic at Lakecom. And it gave him wing damage there, so that's not a great start there for Pigeon Munch because you don't want wing damage. As now you can see, here comes Kid Cudi. Trying to have a look at Bloschmont on Pigeon Munch, but I can't do it. But tries to go. No. But look at Tommy Brezina trying to dive around the outside now. Switches to the inside through the bus stop chicane. Look at this.
Going 2x2 behind with Veloce and Mitzi as well.
A lot of precision dropping apparently. So now look at this.
There's the timing page is going on. Oh, what is going on? 3 wide, 4 wide out of turn 1 between the midfield.
Look how Mitzi and Sync Veloce
casually.
going side by side going through a Rouge and Radian. I'm on board with Tommy Brezina watching this. So there's contact. And Veloce is
Oh, Veloce is off.
off the track, keeps it away from the barrier. Apparently DRS isn't
There's any damage. There's a thing that F1's doing at the moment.
Codemasters, fix your game.
Yeah, my time pages are all over the place. As Vettel was not in the lead. Dyslexic is. And there we go, sorted itself out. So,
Oh, we got Kid Cudi
what a start.
on the back of Pigeon Munch now. Going through no name, down the straight towards Pouan. He's having
No,
a
not
look.
there, not
No,
there.
he doesn't. He stays behind the Haas.
Pigeon is struggling though, isn't
Already
he?
picks up a 3-second time penalty. Lando is on the
Pigeon.
back of Veloce.
Cuddy needs to get by Pigeon. What a good start for Midzi as well, up to 5th.
Yep.
On those
Diggles
soft
is on.
tyres.
Oh, Diggles ran wide into the right hander there behind Brezina. Look at that queue of cars we got here. Here comes Cuddy.
He's got to get by. Front two are putting away, and he's on those soft tyres, and he cannot get a good run out of Blanche, but this is going to put him under pressure from Midzi. Midzi's got a good run into the bus stop, going to go dive around the outside, clipping on the grass,
Contact.
and he's going to get the inside ahead of Cuddy. What a move from Midzi. What a move!
What a move!
Opportunistic, but he got a little
Here
bit
comes
frustrated.
Brezina on Cuddy now. Down
Really
the
not
inside of
the
turn 1.
sauce.
Ooh,
Oh, contact behind.
That's a racing
Diggles has
point.
lost an end plate.
that's a racing point end plate going flying. That is Diggles.
Bites it up for over. His turbo's got through. It will start filtering through.
Now we got
one after
DRS.
another.
Here comes the DRS trains.
Mitzi's
Mitzi
flying
got
past
past Pigeon
Pigeon.
now.
Mitzi's on an absolute flyer.
Oh, Rombus and that dog, there's contact between the two, and that dog has gone into the barriers in
Oh no.
the tire wall in the Lakecom stuff. Somehow survived wing damage.
I don't know how he got away with that.
Yeah, Sisu's currently
Why am
in
I
11th
leader?
place on the medium hard tires. Trying to catch up to
That's why I
this
was
big queue car, Sagan.
That's why I was confused with the gaps. I was on leader for some reason. Right, so Cuddy now. So Midzi's cleared Pigeon. Pigeon with this front wing damage. He has to stay out because
Rain is coming.
obviously you got the rain as well. Yeah.
Harsh on the chat
Which-
saying, who angered Midzi? Damn.
Oh, Pigeon! Nearly lost it through Stavalo. Surely this is Cuddy's chance now.
understeer.
Surely through Blanchimont.
Yep. That's an understeer problem there from Pigeon Munch. That could, that's
Dropping
possibly
like a stone,
with
isn't it?
not just with the front wing damage, but overheating on the front left tyres. The tyres could be possibly overheating. They're probably like over 105 degrees and stuff like that. That would cause a lot of understeer trying to turn to the right.
Eagles is in.
This track is known for
no choice.
overheating your tyres.
Easton, meantime, is within half a second, within 3/10
He's in the
actually,
RS
of
range.
Dyslexic. Dyslexic is not getting away from Easton at all, and Easton will want to take back the lead. He's got loads of ERS.
Here comes the
Both using
Scotsman.
ERS, but here comes the Mercedes.
And there goes the Scotsman.
Simple.
Xena looking close to Pigeon Munch, but
Easton's
can't
on a
find a
mission.
way through. Lando on the back of Zizu, but not close enough to go for a move, and that's pretty much it. We got actually Aldaf at the back in last place in 16th on the back of Veloce for last position here. Goes
Good start plays
and-
to this race.
Yeah, definitely, it's a good start. Enjoying it.
Three-way battle going at the bat between Diggles, Adolf and Veloce. Both trying to recover their situation. They're the only ones that pitted.
Yep. I can already see the clouds. Looks like they're ready to start to come in now.
They are gathering. Pigeon's under so much pressure. It's so unfortunate as well because the top two were fighting side by side in that epic battle, and just Pigeon just got slightly caught out on the brakes of Easton. I think nothing. I don't think Easton.
It was dyslexic Pigeon Munch hit the back of that.
Oh.
They come. I think when they were going
Sort of
side by side through there.
stalking. That's all stalking the back of Brazina because Brazina's now attacking Pigeon. You've seen that Cuddy and Midzi are just gone from this.
Oh, a little moment there from Brazina. See, around about this part of the track, you can see the sun brightening, but as soon as you get towards the middle sector, the sun's not beaming. It's starting to get a bit dull. But the clouds are starting to come in. I can really kind of see the way they're coming in now.
Here comes Brazina
Here
in the
comes
Ferrari.
the
Look at the
Ferrari power!
get past Pigeons. Pigeons dropped down to 6th. Dyslexic is keeping on the back of Easton. Those soft tyres are helping as Veloce has retired in the pits from 16th.
That's
So
what's
that's a
got
shame
past
to see.
Zizu now. So Zizu's just lost 2 positions in 2 laps since then. Got starting on those hard tyres.
Yeah, he's playing the long game potentially, which
He's
the thing is, the longer this rain holds out,
gonna
Probably in
he's
it.
gonna go sort of to the end, but we know the rain's gonna be coming soon. So
yeah. But what I'm saying is, plays there is the problem for the guys on softs is they've only got what, another 4 laps on them. Is it? What about 8?
lap 8, maybe lap 10, we could possibly go for.
Yeah. So they're praying for the rain to come, well, almost immediately, to be honest.
Yeah.
Within the next 5 laps. Otherwise, they're going to start to struggle, and that's when the medium
Here
tyres
comes
come into
Mansell.
play.
Goes for the inside, coming towards the breaking into the the bus stop chicane. Diggles picks up a 3-second time penalty,
Nicely
and
done.
Mansell is up into 6th. And look at the Cure cars behind Pigeon Munch now. The Alpha and Renault of
Here comes
Turbo and
Rhombus.
Rhombus.
Big lap. Oh!
Wow, look at that. What a move.
Spotted the gap.
from
Slotted ahead of
Rhombus.
Turbo. I cringe because I thought he was going to hit the back
here
of
comes
Pigeon
the
Munch there.
clouds.
Getting darker. Still not dark enough though. I still think it's
Yeah.
another few laps away.
Yeah, definitely, but the clouds are coming in. You can definitely see it though, can't you?
Here comes Turbo using his ERS turbo. No, not yet. The pun was
And
nearly
you just look at this bit here.
Nearly
The sun
there.
is still beaming, so you can definitely see it. Look.
Mm.
So then they get to here. You don't see much sunshine. You can see the dark sky. Near enough.
But that's the lovely thing about Belgium, although it's not completely programmed into the game because when it rains everywhere. Belgium.
Yeah.
but in real life it could be raining around here, Puan, but it could be completely dry at the pit straight.
Yeah. Pretty much, it's just like Nürburgring. When it rains, it rains.
Turbo. Yeah, Turbo is latched onto the back of Rhombus, who's now struggling with the dirty air behind Pigeon.
Yeah, dirty air. Of course, staying behind that car for too long is going to overheat your engine. And your tyres.
Is Mitzi catching the top two to you? Oh, look at the run. Look at the run from Turbo. Don't go running outside of Blanchemont. Jeez. Oh, Rhombus.
Started to pull Max Verstappen.
Landed in tears. Little bit of a hip and shoulder there from Rhombus. What it looked like, anyway.
Yeah, Mitzi's closing the gap. Look at it, it's 1.3.
Absolutely flying. Need to go back on this because Dyslexic is still within a second. He's kept within that DRS, and that's all he can do really at this point. Not using the RS though, he's just trying to stick with him.
Yeah. Mitzi's closing in. Wow, look how late he was on the brakes then.
I was looking backwards. Rhombus is getting past Pigeon Munch. There he goes. I feel really
bad for Pigeon.
Really, yeah.
Have you seen who's behind Chapman?
You can't do it, can you? Yeah, Lando. Lando's still in 10th place at the moment. Made a few places.
Look at the sky! It's coming!
It's getting very dark, isn't it?
Look at it run here from Turbo. Now gets past Pigeon.
Yeah.
At the, whatever chicane it was.
Danya.
Yeah, that one.
So next up to challenge Pigeon is Lando. And Mitzi is now within a second of Dyslexic, so Mitzi's gone absolutely flying up to the back of them. He's set the fastest lap, which is 0.2 quicker than Easton ahead. So Mitzi, who qualified in 8th place.
For the soft runners to the mediums to the end. But I mean,
it's not falling
the rain's
yet.
not falling yet, but it's getting darker. It is a matter of time until we see that rain coming. So at the moment, I think they might gonna stay out for a little bit longer. I mean, look at this. As soon as you get towards this middle sector, look at that cloud.
Oh, Dyslexic again.
Oh, late braking.
Oh, slight tap on the back of Easton.
Like late braking.
Oh, Turbo.
Oh, Turbo getting past Rhombus.
Turbo's got Pigeon's having a look as well.
Hello, Pigeon.
Well,
hello, Lando.
well,
Lando's
Lando's
trying
looking
to
at the
creep
pair of
in.
them. Pigeon is a fighter, isn't he?
Lando's trying to go around the inside of No Name.
Ooh. That's Ravage. No Name is the left corner here.
Oh, that's No Name. I don't know which one's which. I know a few of them, but not all of them.
Again, though, these guys on the softs, the
Ooh,
rain needs to
look
come
at the
now ready
clouds.
for them. It needs to come now because it's going to take a lap or two to get onto intermediates, isn't it?
Right, about a lap or two,
Actually,
maybe
only a minute.
3, maybe 4. We don't know. Depends how heavy the rain's going to start coming down at the start. Dyslexic is over a second, just over a second behind now of a race today.
I feel like
And here comes Lando on the inside of Pitchmunch at Blanchemont at the first part of Blanchemont and gets past. And the rain's going to fall any second now.
Yeah, Hush to the chat saying if you want to be in the lead before the rain comes, it'll be hard to overtake.
Yeah, definitely.
And I definitely feel Dyslexic's in trouble now because Mitzi's right up the gearbox of Dyslexic. Easton is gone. Oh, the dirty air on Mitzi.
Yep. Dyslexic's landing
And
through.
Open the door. Ah, that's quite clever, I think.
I think Dyslexic
tactical
knows
games.
that now Easton's gone ahead, he can't close him, but he knows if he lets Mitzi through, Mitzi's going to be pretty much the driver that can challenge Easton now. So Dyslexic let him through and, well, try to stay close behind Mitzi. Basically, Mitzi's going to carry Dyslexic with him to Easton.
At least that's the hope, anyway.
That's the hope, yeah, but the gap's now 1.9, nearly 2 seconds, and the rain is any second now. It's going to start to fall.
The problem is, I don't think it's come quick enough for these guys. They're starting to struggle. I mean, I've just seen a board. You can see the gap is now 2.2.
Yeah,
Easton's car is now a lot more planted than the two
fully
behind.
broken up.
Yeah, the rear end of the two behind. Mitzi's even using ERS in
Rain,
run up through
rain is
Blanchimon.
coming. The rain has started.
Oh, there it is. Right, but it's they got to go at least one more lap. So they're going to struggle again for this lap.
Yeah, but to be fair, by the looks of things, the rain is coming down quite heavily already. You look in the car. Look how quickly it's coming down.
Oh god, it is. Now, the picture I did see of what Toto sent to me, I don't know whether you noticed this. It was light rain around about this point in the race, so it was correct.
And heavy near the end or so.
Heavy rain,
Yeah.
yes.
Lando's on the back of Rhombus here.
The damp conditions through the Kemmel Straight. Lando's getting the move on.
Has got past.
Lando's getting the move on now. Up to 8th though, and his teammate leading the race. And the gap's up to 2.6 now. But the problem is now, you've seen how much they struggled, Blazer, in Q3 when it was damp on dry tyres.
Cuddy!
Oh!
Cuddy's got a front left puncture!
Wait, puncture? Oh no, that is big trouble for Cuddy and big trouble for anybody else still on the soft tyres. There's been a crash behind.
Vettel's got a puncture!
Vettel and sees it. Vettel's got a right front puncher. Mansell's off. Oh! Does he have a puncture as well? He has a puncture as well.
Rear left!
All the tyres are popping.
So
all the
we
tyres
have
are popping.
Right, let me just get this right. So Mansell, rear left puncture. Cuddy, front left puncture. And who else was it? Vettel, front right puncture.
Yeah.
Dyslexic is staying out. Mitzi is in the pits. Mitzi's in the pits. Intermediate tyres.
McLaren show you. Mansell's dropping. Oh, he's off again. It's chaos. It's utter chaos. Mitzi has to go on intermediates, and he does.
And Brezina is in.
Isn't it too early though?
I'm watching Dyslexic here because if we're seeing punches there on those soft tyres already now, I'm keeping an eye on Dyslexic here. He's stayed out.
The tyres. Look at the tyres. They look absolutely awful.
Look at He's in puncture territory here. Those tyres are gonna go. I guarantee it. It's just a matter of time which one is gonna go though. It could be, at the moment, we've seen the front left, we've seen the front right, and we've seen the rear left. Could we see a pattern? Maybe could we see a pattern? Maybe Dyslexic's right rear could possibly go.
Thing is, look at the time between Mitzi and Natdog. Mitzi on those inters. It's
6.4
steadily.
Lando picks up a 3-second time penalty.
It's going up steadily. It's not inters yet. This is basically
the rain is literally going down heavily. I think
this is basically given the race to Easton now. It's near a 10-second lead. Dyslexic is struggling.
Mitzi just closed in the gap. The gap is now 5.8 to Natdog. He has closed that gap by a few tenths.
That's going to save Dyslexic. Easton pits. So it is now.
Dyslexic manages to cruise his car around the track to go into the pits for intermediates.
10 seconds though.
Zena picks up. Right, where is Mitzi? Mitzi spun! Mitzi has spun at Blanchimon!
No! Oh dear, because yeah, it's still treacherous. Oh, Mitzi, he was looking so good.
That dog is staying out on
That
medium
dog-
tyres.
That dog stays out. It's crazy. This race is just. For everyone else, pitting for intermediate tyres, apart from that dog as he goes for a Rouge and Radion. Still reasonable grip, to be honest. So Easton's pitted, and he now has an 11-second lead over his next nearest realistic challenger, Nasta Dyslexic, at the moment.
Yeah. I think the inches are the good call now. Inches.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
the
both
tyres
McLarens
should be
have really suffered from that.
Yeah. Especially Mitzi.
Mansell 15th, Mitzi 12th, yeah. And there it is, DRS disabled, so that dog, it was worth a shot, but he does have to pit now. That's going to put Dyslexic in the second, Turbo into a net third, and Lando, who was, what, bottom end of top 10, he's now going to be in the net.
He started
Fourth
13th.
place. Yeah. He's lucked out of that, isn't he? Well, lucked in, sorry.
Yeah.
Lucked in out of that. Team is 6th of Rhombus, Pigeon, Cuddy as well. That punch has really hurt Cuddy as well. Dropping him down. Those punches were ridiculous. Yeah, this has put Easton into a big opportunity, Blazer, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Lap 12 and commentator's curse and all that, but
Here comes Dyslexic. And Dyslexic is now past Nat Dog. Now, oh my god.
that dog's got no grip. I don't think you can do much about that. Oh, and he spun in the pit. Never mind. Spun in the pit lane and nearly glitched through the wall. Really, this is
This is pretty
Easton's
much
race to lose
yeah,
now.
Easton's race to lose here now.
All Lando can do with his teammate almost on for a secure victory is to try and get second. Overtaking is going to be even more tricky now, but here comes Rhombus to maybe prove me wrong. No, nowhere near. And that does come out 11th in all that. Right, Blazer.
Second?
Alright.
Yeah,
Oh, what?
I mean, I think the closest battle we've got now is Roberts and Brazina. That's our closest battle. Well, of course, Nat Dog and Alda, but Nat Dog just did pit for those inters. The rain is starting to pick up still. We got yellow flags popping up.
I feel like Easton made a mistake there.
I think he did.
Did you get any damage on that? No.
No damage.
He lost a couple of seconds,
Yeah.
so maybe it's not a foregone conclusion, but conditions are now very treacherous. Let's go. Oh, Brazina! Big moment, and Rhombus is going to sweep round the outside. Oh, big save from Brazina, but he's cost him a position to Rhombus.
Yeah, a little mistake there from Brazina, costing his position there to Rhombus. Hopefully that doesn't happen again, and at least have a nice battle here. We got Lando on the back of Turbo now. Getting very, very close he is.
And Turbo hang on to this third place. I don't think Turbo's got a podium yet this season.
I don't think he did.
Gone for a good haul of points though, if he can hang it together.
Yeah, 100%.
You can see Lando looks a lot more poised. Maybe Lando put on a wet setup. Maybe that's the reason why he didn't qualify so well.
Hmm.
Looks a lot more assured. Gap at the front is down to 9 seconds after that mistake, so Easton has got to keep his
It's down to
concentration up.
8.8. Easton has lost a lot of time. He is struggling right now.
Definitely didn't get damage on that, did he?
No, there's no sign of damage.
No, he's alright. Maybe his is a dry setup.
Yeah, maybe.
Put on a few extra wing. The mid-season 10th, he's
8.1.
behind Diggles now for 9th.
The gap is closing a lot.
It's almost a second a lap. Could have lime green damage, yeah, potentially. Hush is saying he could have had a very slight wing damage that we can't necessarily see.
Yeah.
Oh,
Bazina's out of the
Bazina's
race.
out.
That is at Blanchemont, where he nearly lost it a lap ago. He's lost it now
He's
fully.
done a Raikkonen.
He's done a Raikkonen. Yellow flags in
That's an
63.
exact-
That's what's that. No sign of safety car. We've got Mitzi on the back of Diggles. Near enough.
It's almost an exact replica of Raikkonen, actually.
Yeah.
Quite far down the wall. What a shame for Bazina. Here comes Lando.
He does come
With
down.
VRS. No DRS this time.
Uses overtake. But closes the gap, but not close enough to have a look for a move yet.
Can you check Easton's last lap and Dyslexic's last lap, please?
Last lap.
Yeah.
Eastern 156.791.
Oh, Diggles. Diggles has lost it for a region radio. Oh, that was close.
Yeah, right. Here we go.
Diggles has dropped out the points.
Right. Eastern's lap time last lap 156.791. Dyslexic last lap 154.769.
Oh, jeez. That's
That
2 seconds nearly.
that is near enough. Dyslexic was near enough 2 seconds quicker than Eastern that last lap.
At the end of this lap as well, because it's under 7 seconds now. There's definitely something wrong.
There is definitely something wrong with that Mercedes car.
Either that or he's taking it very easy. There's... We're on lap 15 anyway, be 6 laps
See.
left after this.
The 155.9
this
from Eastern. Dyslexic 154.5, but there was a very big moment on the exit of the bus stop chicane there from
Yeah.
Dyslexic. He's struggling.
It's all going to close up.
The two cars behind him are starting to catch Dyslexic as well. What's the turbo did? What did the turbo do last lap? A 55.0. Lando did a 55.2.
Holding back Lando at the moment.
Yeah. I do think there's something wrong with that Mercedes there.
Yeah, Hush in the chat basically saying if your Dyslexic has a wet setup or Easton got damage.
Or
Steers
both.
the same. Or both, yeah.
Gap was 6.1. Well, it's just gone up by a tenth there. It's 6.2, but it's dropped again now to 6.1.
This is the closest battle on track. Lando behind Turbo. Both want this podium blazer. Turbo for the fact that I don't think he's had one.
And Lando wants
And
one to help Mercedes go further in the championship.
Minimise the gap between him and Easton.
Yeah, and the gap between him and Easton in the
Problem for
championship.
Lando is... Turbo just keeps it off the curb. Yeah, Fearless having a good point.
56,
Dyslexic wouldn't have qualified second with
5.5
a
now.
wet setup.
Right, let's see Easton's lap.
A Pigeon was second.
Easton did a
Dyslexic was
55.0 that
third.
lap. Dyslexic 54.3.
54.3.
That is nearly a second.
Catching.
That is nearly a second quicker. than
But
Easton.
he didn't catch as much this
No.
lap.
That was at least, what, 7/10 that lap? 7 or 6/10 that lap?
Lando is as close as he's been the last few laps. Turbo a little bit sideways through Rouge and Radion, but uses overtake on the exit. They're both using the RS. I don't think Lando's going to be close enough.
He's closing the gap, but he's still not close.
He had a look.
Gap is
Good
5.3
defensive drive from
between
Turbo.
the top two. That gap is closing.
It's Dyslex's going to win this race. He's got to take more than a second a lap. Maybe Easton is managing this. He did have about 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Could be just the fact he's managing it. And we were told that the rain is going to get heavier. Does it seem heavier to you?
It's not getting. It's here and there. At some parts it is getting heavier. Gap's gone up slightly there between Easton and Dyslexic, but it's now dropping.
Another battle brewing as well. Rhombus ahead of Pigeon at the moment. Just under a second between them. We'll keep an eye on that.
Yep.
Penalty check,
Yep.
please,
I'll
Mr. Believer.
start the penalties now.
Mhm.
Right, so we're going to start
Could
with
change
Easton.
everything, of course.
Yep. Easton, no penalties. He's been a clean boy, no warnings. Dyslexic
Unsurprising.
has only got one warning, no penalties. Turbo has one penalty. Lando
No.
has one penalty.
Ah,
Rhombus has one penalty. Pigeon Munch has no penalties. Cuddy,
Jesus.
no penalties. Midsea, one penalty. Knackdog, two penalties. Aldaf,
Ah,
two penalties. Sisu, one penalty. Diggles, one penalty.
oh! Sorry, Blaze, to the cut across you there. Pigeon and Rhombus had a bit of a coming together, I think. Caught the end of it.
Yeah, oh yeah,
Way
I just
Pigeon's
saw that on
through.
stream, yeah. Right, back on the
Right.
penalties. RSF from Vettel, one penalty. And finally, Mansell, two penalties.
Blazer,
Yes,
that rain is coming down heavier now.
the rain is heavier.
Look at it. Oh, this is a problem. We might not be done with this race yet.
Nah.
We're definitely not done anyway. Lap 18.
Oh, Mansell picks up
Nothing.
another time penalty.
As it currently stands in terms of penalties, we have a straight fight for first and second, a straight fight between third and fourth. It's good, but look at that rain now.
Yeah, it's heavier.
Oh, Jesus.
I think
Downpouring.
it's downpouring. It is. I think it's gonna get into
We're gonna
wet
get full
tires.
wet soon.
Yeah, but because we're this close to the ends, I don't think anybody wants to risk it to go on the wet tires. To be
Oh.
fair, would you? If you're
Turbo
this
big
close to the end?
sideways, and again, depends where you are. Depends where you are already, and it's such a long lap, Blazer, as well.
Yeah, I mean, look at it now.
Look at it,
Look at the on board with Lando. Rhombus is risking it. Rhombus has
pits.
risked to go for the hards. Hards wets. The
This is
full
thing,
wets.
You can gain so much ahead of people, can't you? Because it's
Yeah.
such a long lap.
The gap is now 4.3
That's if it works.
between the top two. The gap is 4 seconds. Wow.
Yeah, look at the standing water now.
Aldaf is now
spray.
the second car to go for the full wet tyres. As we
Ah,
got
Vettel's off.
Mansell spinning. Mansell has a little moment. Damages wing.
Nice. Keep on board with Rhombus. If he starts gaining on Midzy, then it's the right call. And if we're now at full wets, which I think...
It is full wets. I could see from
Full
it.
wet.
Yeah, look at that. Look at the gap.
Oh my god, he is!
It is full wets. Rhombus has made a
It's full
great
wets
call
now.
going on those full wet tyres. The
The
full
leaders have
wets
got a
was the
pit.
perfect pull there. He's within pretty much
It's Rhombus.
DRS range of Mitzi. Mansell retires in the pits.
It's not gonna get DRS though.
Well, no, but you know what I mean.
God, look at the spray now. He's got to clear Mitzi though quickly.
Easton's opened the gap. It's now 5 seconds, at least 5 seconds ahead of Dyslexic.
Oh, it's got a moving roadblock of a McLaren.
Right, what is Easton going to do?
On the
Is he risking it?
outside.
Easton is staying out.
Oh, contact. Mitzi round.
Top 2 are staying out.
Staying out.
Top
four
four are
staying
staying out.
Pigeon pit, pigeon pit,
Pigeon
pigeon pit,
Pigeon
pigeon pit. Oh,
stays
you're not
out.
pitting.
They are risking it to the end with these inters.
Oh,
They got nothing
that's
else
a
to
big
lose.
call. They have everything to lose.
Oh, contact!
They drop it.
There's slight contact there between Turbo and Lando. Lando just gives a little nudge to Turbo on the back of turn 1.
Horrible. Look at this. It's ridiculous.
This is full wets.
Why are you staying
Cuddy
out?
is in the pits. Cuddy will lose the
he was
position
like-
to Rhombus.
He was like, how far is Rhombus behind the lead? Oh, he's 23 seconds. I'll put it on leader. If he starts catching, like... He is. He's like 2 tenths a corner, pretty much.
Let's see what their laps they're doing. So, Easton at last lap, 2:02.1. Who was it? Rhombus. Well, actually, we won't find out yet.
Put it on leader. Put it on leader, and then
No, I
look
was
at
checking the
Rhombus's
lap
gap.
time.
Yeah. Well, look at Rhombus's gap.
Diggles picks up a few second time, but no.
It's
The gap is slow closing. I know.
Well, what do? As you said, you can stay out and risk it, but Rhombus is catching it like a second.
Yeah, he's catching him, and all these guys
Could
are trying
Rhombus
to do
be
is
in
risking
the-
it.
No, it's 33 seconds, but
Yeah,
he's on
Lando.
the podium.
Lando is on the
Gonna catch
back of Turbo now.
No, don't try and pass through Blanchimont in this. On Inters.
Look at the gap now between the top 2. Look at
Easton gonna
Dyslexic
do?
closing the gap.
Easton stays out. Dyslexic
Dyslexic stays up.
Stays
they're,
out.
They're staying out. They're all staying out. Lando has a little
Oh.
look.
Ah.
They all staying out. I did say they all are staying out.
God.
They got nothing to lose. They are staying out on those
It's
inters.
ridiculous.
It is literally full wet conditions. They are staying out. No matter what. They have to do it. They have to
Lando.
stay out.
Lando. He's slivered past the inside of Turbo. Oh no,
Traction.
Turbo.
Oh!
No, Turbo.
Pigeon Munch just dodged the Alfa Romeo there.
That's how treacherous it is. All it takes is one loss of traction. Remember, most of these guys are running no traction. And that was
Right.
it.
I want to check the lap times now. Right, Easton on that last lap, a 2:06.2. Rhombus, he's on the full wets,
6.
1:57.5.
Holy. Not enough. I don't think it's enough.
It's not enough, but that's the lap
But
time.
he's...
Rhombus just did a 1:57.5 on his full wets, and Easton did a 2:02 on inters. That last lap.
That's how much is there? That's 8 seconds a lap. He's got a lap and a half to catch 25 seconds. I don't think he's going to do it, but he may catch Lando for P3.
Maybe, but don't forget. Well, Rhombus is on the back of Turbo now. Pigeon Munch
He's going to
is near
slide
enough.
past Turbo.
Yeah, Pigeon Munch is slightly closing to Lando.
Yeah, easy. Easy.
I think the only way, and Rhombus is past Turbo. Only way Rhombus could win this, the top 4, is to spin out, have a major incident
He's
with these
catching
inters.
him, though.
That's the only way Rhombus could win this. Is the top 4 have a major problem.
Keeping a gap on leader, just in case.
Pigeon's on the back
Yeah,
of Lando.
I think realistically you're right, because Rhombus has got to catch Easton by 20 odd seconds in one lap.
Easton goes a little bit deep into turn 1 there.
Yeah, so these leaders, he's going to take Go Rouge and Ready on, which is probably, apart from Blanchimont, the most trickiest part. One more time. How cautious is he going to go? Oh, very cautious. Very cautious. 6th gear, he's not taking any chances. Dyslexic somehow goes through an 8th gear and captures about half a second. Just that one section. Lando also in 3rd. Pigeon right behind, I just noticed.
Yeah. Pigeon has caught Lando. Pigeon took the whole... took a Rouge and Radi on it all the way through gear 7.
Nice.
Lando's struggling. Look how much he's struggling here.
Jesus.
This is the
Rhombus.
final lap as well.
How flat Rhombus is.
Yeah.
Rhombus could be on the podium.
Lando could possibly be on the podium, but at the moment, look at this.
I think Rhombus.
Look at this.
I think Rhombus, look how
Prix.
far he's catching them.
Yeah,
Action as
Rhombus
well.
is a dark horse at the moment.
You know what this reminds me of? Reminds me of Hamilton, Massa and all those lot crawling to the line in 2008. Easton has just got a few more corners to go. I think Rhombus is going to be on them. Look at the gap, it's 2 seconds, 2.5. There's Pigeon, there's Rhombus. He's going to see him. He's only going to have Blanchimont and the bus stop to do it, but I think he may catch one, if not both of them. But meanwhile, Easton aced it in qualifying, and I think he's going to ace it in the race as well. He's just got the bus stop to go, takes out the last corner, and wins in Belgium. Well done to Easton. Takes the win in Belgium. Dyslexic's going to come home 2nd. Where is Rhombus? He's right up the back of Pigeon. Is he going to get Pigeon on the line? I think he might. I think he might.
Pigeon gets podium due to penalties. Pigeon gets the
got the podium
penalties.
anyway. So Lando off the podium despite his best efforts, and his teammate won the race, which means Easton's going to extend his championship lead. But good podium for Dyslexic and for Pigeon Munch as well.
Oh, Turbo spun on the exit of the just crossing the line there.
What a race. Mizzy ends up in 8th at the end of that. Turbo ends up 7th. What a shame for Turbo. After a great defence on Pigeon Munch for 3rd place. Is Nat Dog going to get the last point from Dyslexic as they crawl across the line on those inters? I think he is.
Oh, there goes this.
Oh, Dyslexic nearly drops it into the wall.
Yeah.
Oh, and then he gets hit for good measure.
Oh, that got intense in the last few.
Welcome back, Blazer.
Thank you. This is what I missed. See, this is what I missed. This is what I missed. This is what I love to see. I can't. Oh, I need a beer.
Do you reckon if Dyslexic pitted with 2 laps to go, do you reckon he would have caught back up?
Uh,
And I want you to check something. Can you check Easton's last lap compared to Rhombus's?
Yep, I'll do that after I'll invite him. The top 3 first.
Because I'm sure with 4 laps to go, the gap was 35 seconds. And I think he got within 10.
Right. Oop.
Maybe.
And get screenshot
Yeah,
of the
make
race
sure
results.
screenshot results. Yeah.
Right, so Easton's last lap was a 2:07.9. Rhombus's last lap 1:57.6.
10 seconds fast. Jeez. So it's around 20 odd seconds, 25, 26 odd seconds for a pit stop. I reckon one of them could have tried it.
Oh yeah.
There we go.
Now we've got Pigeon.
So Easton with a victory. Dyslexic second.
Dyslexic's not in the party. Why is Dyslexic not in the party?
And Roger. Pigeon third. Lando fourth from 13th. So we recovered something. Rhombus to 5th from 11th, which is a pretty good drive from him. Cuddy ends up 6th. Burbo 7th. Mitzi, what an evening for Mitzi, up and down.
Gets the fastest lap though.
Yeah, he did. 8th place for him, Adolf 9th, and Napdog pits on the last point for Haas.
There he is.
And we had 45 viewers at the end of that race.
45 viewers?
I think that's the most I've seen for a while. Last couple of weeks, so thank you very much for watching, guys, to the end of that. Wow, tense race at the end of that, but oof. I think I know what was causing the problems earlier, so I think I only need to go on to time trial if the servers was going to let me. There we go. So if you do third and the winner and I do second.
Okay, yep. Right, so starting it with third position, Mr. Pigeon Munch. Wow, I mean, qualifying, you qualified second there in qualifying, and the race, probably the start of the race could have been a lot better. Just unfortunately, having a bit of wing damage there from, looks like you had contact with Dyslexic at the start of the first lap, but you managed to hold it in round until the rain came, and then when the rain did came, it was just pretty much off trying to close the gap and go for it. You did have at the last lap there had Rhombus almost trying to snatch that position off you. You could have possibly speaking to Rhombus right now if he managed to snatch that, but you just managed to hold off to get a third place there due to Lando's penalty, so you must be buzzing to get a podium tonight.
Yeah, I guess I didn't at the start. I thought my pace at the start of qualification, I thought my pace looked pretty rubbish, so I was surprised to start second. But then, yeah, I literally had the tiniest contact I've ever seen. I've had much worse and not got any damage, but this, for some reason, gave me damage and that just destroyed my race. This my race pace was a lot better than my club pace. So, yeah, it's a shame, but it was nice that I could recover to the podium.
Yeah, definitely. And well, next week we head to Italy. Well, the Temple of Speed, as everybody likes, well, as it's love to be known as. Hopefully, you're having good pace there.
It's not been one that's been so good for me in the past, but it usually causes a bit of trouble here and there. So hopefully, I can gain from something like that.
Okay, well, hopefully we'll speak to you maybe on the podium next week in Italy as well, then, as we move to Brundle with our second place, Mr. Dyslexic.
Yeah, sorry, got distracted by something there. Yes, Dyslexic in the Renault car. Yeah, tense last lap there, Dyslexic.
I was driving when I was on the Inters. I've never driven so fast in my life.
Yeah, so obviously there was some points where oh yeah, obviously at the end of the before you pitted, those softs.
Oh yeah,
What percentage were they?
They were on about 80, and I was just trying to make them. I was just driving I just let Mitzi pass and all that, and I was just driving really slowly to make them survive. And then I saw it come up with the Interstrat, and I was like freaking hyped as.
Yeah, I don't know whether you knew, but you'll see on the stream watching back, those that are in the same situation as you know, same lap on.
Yeah, they got.
Softs.
Pretty sure they got punches.
Free punches.
Yeah, I knew how long they could go, and I was just hoping to God. I was just driving so slow. I had a bit of a margin from the guys behind, and they were like 6 seconds behind. So I was like, I'm just gonna take it easy, and just hope to God. And I was just screaming and the party saying to rain, and it started coming down.
Yeah. Obviously, the time lost that you had to time that you lost to Eastern, obviously with that meant potentially after when you both pitted on for intermediates, he seemed to be gone, but seemed to make a mistake, and he came nearer, and the gap was around about 4 seconds in the end.
Yeah, I think he made a mistake, and then I was just catching from there on. But I had more of an intercept. But in the first stint, I just let him go because my wings were just. I mean, I wasn't going to get away from him anyway.
Were you considering, obviously, because the rain got so heavy towards the end of that race, did you maybe consider penultimate lap going on to the wets, or even a last lap thing?
To be honest, I was like, if they'd done it maybe a couple of laps sooner, I probably would have gone for it. But I just wanted P2. If I know Easton could have made a mistake, but it was just so hard in those conditions with no ABS. I was just locking up left, right, and centre, skidding across the track.
Now, obviously, you are reigning champion going into this season. Obviously, looks quite difficult at the moment.
I'm
If
just
it's
racing.
fair for
I'm
me
not
to
gonna lie, man. I'm just racing to have some fun, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm not too bothered as long as I get some decent races.
Yeah, you're still not out of it, obviously, but a lot of people have stepped up this season, haven't they? They've improved in pace from last year.
Yeah, I mean, definitely, yeah.
So, what do you think about Monza next week?
Don't know. I'll see how my 100% league goes in it and see what happens there, and then I'll probably have an understanding if I'm quick or not.
Sweet. Well done for your second place.
Cheers.
Alright, and heading back to Blazer to interview the winner.
Yes! Back with me to interview our winner. Well, pretty much a grand slam there for you. Well, not grand slam, unfortunately, without getting the fastest lap. But you got pole position, you got the race win, having a lovely bow at the start of the race there with Dyslexic. And then, as soon as you finally get past, it's starting to pull away. And then when the rain came, you were just trying to do as much as you can to keep the pace going. But the gap was just ever so closer and closer. Was you thinking when rain actually got heavier near the end, was you thinking to try risk it to go for wet tyres, or would you wanted to risk it to go for the intermediates on the end?
I knew if I had like about a 5-second gap, there's no point in risking it for wets, because I knew Turbo and Lando were fighting. So I thought I could have got caught behind them, so I just took the risk, stayed in, and then it paid off luckily.
Yeah, definitely. And well, next week it is the Italian Grand Prix in Monza, the Temple of Speed. One of your favourite tracks?
If I keep it on the track, I could get a good result. But it's higher, like spinning off on a wall. So yeah.
Okay. Brandon?
Didn't realise you were finished. Yeah, congratulations, Easton. Obviously took that pole position in style, and commanded the race in the end. But yeah, I was going to say, one thing I was going to say to Dyslexic, the battle between you two at the start and the first lap was really good.
Oh, fuck it's Trent quicker than Bernard.
Your brother raging back there. Yeah, congratulations, Easton, on your win. Nothing else much to be said, really. You're doing all you can do. So you extended the championship lead over Lando, who recovered quite nicely for 4th place in the end, so you must be happy with that as well. Mercedes are looking very strong.
I'm very happy I also made it 2 seasons in a row. I won at Belgium.
Oh yeah, because you won your... Was that your first
First one in...
race win?
It was my first one in F1 last season, yeah.
Ah, so this place has happy memories. Wait, so next season 3 in a row?
Ah, we're not going there yet.
Here we are.
That'll come next season. We'll get into that one next season.
Fair enough. There you have it, guys. The F1 Grand Prix around Belgium. What a tense end to that race there, Blazer, wasn't it?
Yeah, definitely very intense there. From start to finish, but I was getting a lot more intense there in the final few laps, especially with Rhombus when he paid for those wet tyres, starting to creep in, trying to snatch that podium. But I'm happy to be back in the commentary box after that.
For next week, Monza, the F1 division is going to have a new permanent voice now. Well, hopefully permanent. Well, that's the plan anyway. Shouldn't be hearing my voice on a Wednesdays too much anymore. Of course, I'll be round if I jump in, as I always do, if I'm available. But from next week onwards, you're going to have Monster Skyline and LR Blazer Guns streaming and commentating for you for F1. And they have an intriguing story to see what happens to the end of the season. The Temple of Speed Monza is next up on the calendar for F1. Looking forward to it, Blazer?
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm looking forward to Monza. It's the Temple of Speed. We're going to see a lot of straight line speed down here. So I can't wait. I'm buzzing.
Cool. But we have one more race around Belgium. We're not done with Belgium yet. It is the F4 Championship next up, where myself and Brutal Reapers will be giving you the action there. And obviously the story of that is still the title fight between the two Alfa Romeos of Prost and Eagle and the Racing Point of Dufferlump. Who can take the next step in that? And that will be tomorrow at 8 o'clock, so make sure you join us for that. But from everyone here, your top 3. P3 for... I'm sorry, Pigeon Munch in the house. Second, Dyslexic in the Renault. Easton with victory in the Mercedes. Blazer, thank you very much for your company.
Thank you.
I've been RSF from Brundle. Everybody, take care. We know what's happening midnight tonight, going into tomorrow. Please take care, everyone. Keep safe. Keep washing your hands and everything else. We know the drill by now. But everyone, take care of yourself and see you tomorrow night for F4.